Steelers and the Carolina Panthers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Set. 15-1. 15-1.
Hey, that's good. That's good. Watch the safety creep. Shift. Slip.
The first carry now. This is Williams. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move couldn't free him. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Off the play fake. Jones. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 34.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jones now operating from the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, the killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Let's go. 15-9. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Steelers 7, Panthers nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Set up. 90 Wolf.
Watch the flag.
Shoot.
On first down, it's Barnett, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Right here.
Hey, wahoo!
Check nickel. No. Off.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Snap.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Barnett. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Kill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
All day, defense, all day. Mike 50. Big stop.
To throw on 2nd down. Schilling. He'll get this one complete to Terry Godwin. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Looking to throw. Schilling. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Watch the screen. Mike 55.
From the gun on 3rd down. Schilling. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Come on, set. 10-2 stop.
Back to you.
Hey, Echo.
To you. Mike's 50. I got it.
5.
On 1st and 10, Schilling. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Here we go.
A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
We want this. Check out read.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Check 13. Slam.
Look, screen. On the ball.
They'll run on 1st down. Barnett, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Ready? 18, Gator. Spy.
Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55. I'm coming for you, son. Mike 55. Check 55. Mike. Get that quarterback at all costs. Hey.
Right up.
Operating from the gun. Schilling. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Now they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Throwing on first down, Jones. He's airing it out for Williams. He's got a man complete. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Mike Williams, 77 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next to score, Steelers 14, Panthers nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception.
And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower postgame. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish. You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now this throw caught left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check 50. 61. Matchbox lights. Hey, Foxtrot.
55. 55. Watch the screen. Pass. Hit it.
Back to throw. Schilling. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Nick Bosa in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Go, go.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Drop deep, drop deep. Mike.
Ready?
2nd and 14. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He's coming, double up.
Pilot, 64, weak. Weak grip, weak grip.
Looking to throw. Schilling. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A quick throw there out to Williams. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now Jones. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. A try here for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Steelers 27, Panthers nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
They're on the 24-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11.
You must be dreaming. Go.
Here we go. 50. Mike 50.
2nd and 11. Looking outside, and he's got a man. It's Moore. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready? 10-2 saw.
Mike 50. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Now.
On 1st down, Schilling. And this is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Mike's 50.
Hey, Charlie. Go.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Schilling. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They begin the drive with Williams. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point forthcoming. And the route is on here in this first half.
Next to score, Steelers 34, Panthers nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. On 1st down, it's Barnett, and he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Back to throw. Schilling. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the Steelers' 45-yard line.
Go now. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. Exit. Smooth.
55 is my guy. 55.
5.
From the gun, Schilling. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Silver.
Hey, Delta.
Check. 55.
To throw again, Schilling. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the rout is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Down.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go, D.
Shoot.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Ready.
Mike 50. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna...
Down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Rush coming, and he's taken down. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here's Williams to return. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play, that's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll run on first down. It's Barnett. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Ready.
Hey, watch the lane.
Ready.
On second down now, it's Barnett. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Ready up.
55. Check. 55. Mike.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Big grip.
Off play action. Schilling. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, Barnett. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On the ready.
Go 58 to the mic. I got it.
Shoot.
Now they try the right side here. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there. 69 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Rush in.
Throwing again. Schilling. Going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball, how to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Look at me. Go. Ready.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, baby.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
So now they assess a 3rd and long, and that holding call might have knocked him out of field goal range, at least for the moment.
58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
Greystone, travel.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll run on first down. It's Barnett, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Looking to throw on second down. Schilling. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Panthers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is third down and 12.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Give me something.
Off the play fake. Schilling. And he comes back with one complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Brings up fourth down.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, Schilling. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. To throw on 2nd down. Schilling. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
55, right there in the middle, 55. Ready?
On 3rd down, Schilling. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check hot route. Hot. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
You better bring it. You better bring it.
Be driven.
Operating from the gun, Schilling. And now here is another interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
58, right there. Defense wins championships, baby. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 4.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
I know you felt that one.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
60 Pittsburgh.
Jump.
Pittsburgh.
Here we
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. And they take a knee.
Jones on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Set, ready? 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
And let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
Now.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Jones on the keeper. A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.